We are live. So, you guys, the moment that you have been waiting for OLS to go live. Yay! Whoop, 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 whoop. Before we get into this episode today, I just wanted to thank you guys for watching the Generational Curse episode that we had last week. We got some really good feedback. And we want to thank you guys for that. We got so much feedback. I think we're gonna do like a remix. So that'll be coming up. Be looking for that soon in the future. But I'm Marilyn.
And I'm Tawana.
My friend got a little bit of delay, y'all. So bear with her, okay?
I do.
And this is
I
our
don't know why I always have a delay.
lady. So today we're gonna be talking about cheaters, cheating. Why do we do it? But Tawana's gonna start us off. What you say? What you say, friend?
I said we don't do it. They
Yeah, why do they do it? Sorry. But Tawana's gonna start us off with an icebreaker.
I don't know why.
Okay,
y'all let us know if I'm that delayed because I'm trying to pull it up on my computer and it's not cooperating. So let me know if it gets too bad. Oh yeah. Let me mute this. Bear with us. Or with me. Where's my mute? Okay. So I see it there. Yeah. Okay, icebreaker.
Yeah. We're about icebreaker.
So we know that next week is Thanksgiving. So we need that time to reflect and be thankful of, everything in life and just everything in general. But one of the other things we look forward to is eating. And y'all know we love to eat.
Eat in my belly.
So we want to know, I may switch over to the computer because it seems like it's out of sync, but we'll see how it goes. But what you cooking, Marilyn? Or what's your plan for the Thanksgiving?
So, I usually cook the whole shebang for Thanksgiving and Christmas, but this year I am doing something different. Can you believe it,
friend? What?
Not cooking.
No.
I'm not. So I think
nothing.
Well, okay, so this is how it started. Me and Lorenzo was supposed to go visit his family in the country. So I was like, okay, so honey baked ham it is. So I had told myself I was just gonna order honey baked ham. But yesterday I went to the store and got some collard greens. So I was like, wait, I'll just do the collard greens. And then I was like, well, wait, I'll just do the dressing. So I ain't nothing else. That's it. It's honey baked ham and over here, okay?
That's a meal.
Whatever, but you gotta have them too. You gotta have your own collard greens. You gotta have your own dressing, because if not, then you're gonna be jacked up. But I did order a coconut cake from them. I'm not even cooking the desserts. Can you believe it? And so I ordered a cake from this lady on Instagram. I think her name is Kim Nails. Kim Creations. We'll list her stuff below. She's making a red velvet strawberry shortcake. Together. One cake. Can't pass it up.
Wow.
Okay, so that's what my Thanksgiving looking like.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. But I'm sure you still cooking, friend. What you gonna cook?
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I always order my ham and my turkey from Honey Baked Ham. So it actually came today, so it's in the freezer.
Okay.
And then I'm keeping it light. I'm not cooking a whole lot. Just collard greens, dressing, macaroni and cheese, green beans, potato salad, making sweet potato pie, and I think that's all. Just keeping it simple, cause I don't feel like doing all that cooking, and then that means I'm gonna eat it.
Right. Exactly. And then be looking crazy later because we ate all that food for Thanksgiving and Christmas. Okay.
Hello. So I'm not cooking a whole lot. Of course, we're gonna go to my in-laws, so go see them because we haven't seen them in a while and
Okay.
spend some time with them. But other than that, I'll be back home putting up the Christmas tree.
Sounds like a plan. Okay. Well,
Yep.
let's get on into this episode today about cheating and cheaters.
Yes. So y'all let me know if my delay is messing up, because then I'll try to switch over to my computer because we're trying to figure this thing out. So work with us. Got some hiccups, but next season when we come back to January, we don't have this together.
Right. Right.
Okay, so cheating per Google, because I'm the Google queen, it says that cheating is defined as, well, a cheater is a person who acts dishonestly in order to gain an advantage. So when you're cheating, you're acting in a dishonor manner because you're trying to gain something over somebody else.
Okay. Okay.
So with that being said, what do you consider cheating to be, or how would you define cheating?
When I think about cheating, I just automatically think that it is the ultimate relationship violation, killer, notorious relationship killer, buster. No way, you can't go back from it. That's it. Wakanda forever. But but I've learned that, and I feel that way because in the end, when you really think about it, ultimately the goal of a person that's cheating is to not get caught. So then they say, why confess? Why confess infidelity? Because the end of the day, they trying not to get caught. So the most of the time that people do, get in trouble for cheating, it's because they got caught, not because they just had a conscience and a change of heart and decided to confess. It's because they got caught. So that's what I think about. I think about cheating, the ultimate relationship killer, violator, and something that you don't. I used to say you can't cheat. You can't love a person if you cheat on them. It's a lot of things I used to say that I kind of look at things differently now, but I dive into that, once we, talk a little bit more about it. But
And I know I was watching Oh No Girl, Yes, that podcast, and they was talking about it some months ago. And it made me think about, like, what do I consider cheating to be?
hey, girl.
So it's like, hey, girl. So I was thinking about cheating, and cheating to me is basically anything you wouldn't do in front of my face. If you gotta do it in secret, if you gotta hide it, if you gotta do it and lie about it, those to me is forms of cheating. Even if it's not like a physical thing, if you're not like being sexually doing anything, but sometimes the emotional cheating is better, worse, because you're actually, anytime you're spending with somebody else that you should have been spending with me, that's cheating.
That's cheating. And the emotional part is worse than, hey, Robin. The emotional part to me is worse than somebody that's just in it for the sexual part. You know what I mean? Because you building a bond with somebody else that you're supposed to be having with your significant other. So if you start a affair and then you actually feel like you have feelings for that person, or you actually fall in love with that person, that's deep. Something that you're supposed to be sharing with your person, you sharing this now with another person. So I looked up a statistic, and it said that though most cheating involves sex, it's rarely just about the sex itself. Most participants feel some form of emotional attachment to that affair and that partner because lack of neglect or love in their primary relationship. So the thing about it is, but does that make it right? See, it's like a catch-22. you leave your relationship seeking the love that you feel like you lacking, the communication that you feel like you lacking, the affection you feel like you lacking from your mate that you feel like you get from somebody else. But then just communicate. Start with your partner first. Hey, Sarah, I think that's the thing. Start with your partner first to see if y'all can fix it before you reach out to somebody else. Because guess what? That person giving everything that you think you need right now. But can you imagine being with that person after the fact? They're not going to trust you. Then all the stuff that you thought they was giving you is gone. Go ahead, friend. I feel you. Go ahead.
Yeah. So see, you was making me think about, because I looked it up too, and it was saying like some of the top reasons people cheat, and like you were saying, you know, about the lack of communicating and things like that. But it did say there's like 8 top reasons why people cheat. And they say it's when you fall out of love, you feel neglected, it's done as a form of anger or revenge, when there are unmet needs such as lack of sex or not being present in the relationship, low self-esteem, commitment issues, outside factors such as like drugs or alcohol. You can say, well, I wasn't in my right mind. It was a mistake. It just happened. Or then some people do it because they're bored and they just want something new. But I really think it's just being greedy. Yeah. And it's just a lack of effective and transparent communication, because if you're feeling those 8 things are going on, then tell your partner, I don't feel fulfilled. Let's talk about this. You know, I'm not getting what I need, but I want to get it from you. So how can we meet in the middle and figure this thing out?
Exactly. And Sarah, you're right. It will not fix the problem. Just leave. You are totally correct. Yeah. So, but that's the part where you say people are greedy. They cake and eat it too. They're not gonna leave unless they get caught. But here's the thing: you ever seen a person that does get caught? Oh, they so sorry. Oh, forgive me. Oh, it won't happen no more. Oh, I'm gonna work on it. So, friend, answer me this: is a cheater always a cheater? How many times do you let a person cheat on you?
I would say
you decide that enough is enough. Like, how many times?
Well, I'm a strong believer that you teach people how to treat you.
Right.
And if you are a continuous revolving door, they teach you forgive, they teach you forgive, they're going to keep cheating. But I also feel as though people make mistakes. So I believe you have to extend grace. So let's say they do cheat.
Okay.
You have to forgive them. The thing is, when they do apologize, are they remorseful for what they did, or are they apologizing because they got caught? So now, if you are remorseful and truly sorry and want to make this work, then I can forgive you. But me or whoever is going to forgive it has to understand that you're forgiving them, trusting that they're not going to do it again, but knowing that they might. So it really always goes back to communication, because you can't forgive them and then hold it over their head forever.
Right.
So you have to decide, what is your worth? What are you valuing? What are you going to allow? And then go from there, because it's really up to each person and what they're willing to deal with. Right. But I don't think once a cheater, always a cheater. No, I think people can change.
I don't think that either. I do think that if the cheating was likely to end a relationship, it would have been because it arose out of anger or lack of love, lack of commitment, lack of neglect. Now, I'm in 100% agreement of, if you do choose to forgive that person and you do say you want to work on your marriage, you can't keep them over the head. You can't walk around the house with an attitude. You can't keep fussing them. You can't have trust issues, because guess what's they finna A, cheat again, because you putting them back in that same cycle.
Yeah.
And B, you finna be miserable again. Like, how do you get past that part? Like, you tell them to come back, and it's easier to say you let somebody else come back, and then you gotta like not be angry with them. That's the easiest thing to say, but that's what you have to do, because then you guys will be back in the same cycle. Somebody cheat on you, y'all back together. the spouse want to, be sexually, have sexual intercourse. You don't want to. They're going to cheat again. I'm sorry. Like, all that stuff is going to put it right back in rotation of the stuff that they were missing. So that's the part I think you have to really keep in mind if you do decide to stay in the relationship. You know what I'm saying? And then another thing that I see people do is they talk about their spouses. That's something you can't do. You can't dog your spouse out. You can't talk about other people. That is a no. Especially if you want to stay with that spouse. Because then here we are upset with your spouse, and you're not upset with your spouse because you love your spouse, but we mad. If you like it, I love it, but don't tell me. Just leave it over there, right. Linda. Listen, Linda. I don't want to know, because if my I'm gonna be upset for you. You know what I mean? Okay, friend, let me pipe down. Go ahead.
No, you're right though, and I think you gotta keep what's going on in your house, because if I'm gonna be mad at you all.
A little static over there, friend.
Is it doing anything? Okay, is it better? Oh, that do sound bad. Wait a minute. Pause.
I put out the earphone. We'll see what they do.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah, that's better.
Wait a minute. I just got you on the phone now. Let me put my volume up. Okay, this better.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was I saying?
We were saying that I was saying how they go back to the same cycle, and they're gonna end up cheating again. If you can't forgive them, and if you're not being, sexual with them, like that's where I was. And keep your to yourself. I moved to that. And you was finna chime in on that part about not talking about your spouse.
Yeah, because if you say something your spouse has done, I'm gonna be more mad at your spouse than you are.
Exactly.
Because I'm like, this is my best friend, and you're not gonna hurt them.
Exactly.
So I'm gonna be more mad. So when y'all figure it out and get back better, I'm still mad.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just the truth of it. You gotta keep your stuff in your house, and between you and your spouse and God, decide what it is y'all gonna do and stick to it.
Right.
Because nobody ever has to know. They only know he cheated because you said something. Now there's also these people, and we done had this discussion. I don't want to know if you see something out there in them streets.
Right.
I don't want to know. You don't want to.
I want to.
I know you
different. I want to know. Tell me.
I don't. I would rather be oblivious over here, happy. What he doing, that's on him. He got to account for that on Judgment Day. But I would rather not know, because I've learned that when it's time for me to know, the Lord is going to give me what I need to process that. But when it's just thrown at me because somebody don't want me to be out here looking stupid in them streets, I don't care about them streets. Mm-hmm. When it's time for me to know, the Lord talks to me. He will tell me. And then I will be prepared to make whatever decision I need to make.
The Lord
so I don't need it brought to me.
Never let me see nothing that somebody do to you, friend. Because for me to have seen something not be able to tell you would be the hardest thing I would ever have to do in my life. So the Lord will also cover my eyes.
I know.
Because it ain't no way I can look at you every day and know this. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, Princess, she don't want to know the Lord. I'm lying to my friend. That's just a real hard situation. And I think a lot of factors come into play of who that person really is to you. Because a lot of times in those situations, the messenger is the one that get killed. They kill the messenger every time. Yeah. Take something back thinking that you're trying to, help out or let them know it's the messenger that gets killed. And I don't know if it's because just out of anger, they don't believe it, they're embarrassed. I don't know what the issue is, but it's really an unfair advantage on the person. And I think that's why a lot of people don't tell. Because they know at the end of the day, they're going to be the one that's wrong, not the person that did it. Them.
Yeah. And I think also we talked before, when it comes to cheating, and we just gonna talk, as women right now, but
Right.
the man can't cheat unless us women allow them to do it. So,
Exactly.
I appreciate those women who, when the guy reach out to you, be like, hey, what's your girl number? Hey, hook me up with your girl. They be like, bruh, ain't you married?
Exactly.
Send him back to where he came from. No, I'm not. You don't
Exactly.
need to know it because you are married. I
Yeah.
give you your wife number. That's the number you want.
Exactly.
So at the end of the day, we need to stick together. At some point, like, no, I'm not going to bring this hurt on another woman. Let me look out for my sisters.
Exactly.
And I'm not going to do it. But
Right.
we won't do that.
So, because at the end of the day, it wouldn't be no side cheeks if no woman would allow the man to do that. So, I'm here for both sides. Like, my first priority, I feel like, is to that married spouse person, because that's who your loyalty is supposed to be with your husband or your wife. But also, come on, let's bond together and help in the situation. Don't make it worse. If somebody try to talk to you, they married, cuss they words out. That ain't, to me, that's not something to be light with. That's not something to be joking with. Ha ha ha, you married, ha ha ha. You don't get to get my face. Because my thing is, what that make them think about you? That you a garden tool, that you don't care that you don't have no class, that you don't have no standards, that you okay with sleeping with them or talking with them and being in a relationship, knowing that they with another relationship. So yes, as women, we can stop the side chick stuff ourselves, but no, that became the thing. When did that become the fad to be a side chick? Like, you remember when that became the thing? Why? How, Sway?
Oh yeah.
That's not cute. That you got to be a secret. Who want to be a secret?
Sure. I wish I knew, but I don't know, because I'm the type of person, if I see my significant other out and about with somebody else, and be like, hey, well, Tasha.
Okay.
I'm gonna expose him right in front of the other chick. What Tasha?
Okay, so that's how I am. I had a situation like that one time, and I wanted to be like, hey, where's Tasha? But my husband was like, no, stay out of it. Don't do that. That's their business. So they don't know, but my husband saved them that day, because that's my first thing too, to be like, hey, where your wife at? But men just different. I guess they be trying to stay. They don't like mess, and I guess they be saying, but my thing is, you brought that on yourself. You bold enough to go out in public with somebody that's not your wife, and
in public,
then you bold enough for me to come over there and ask for your.
And see, my thing is, I want you to be worried if I'm gonna say something to Tasha.
Exactly.
You don't know if I'm gonna say that or not, but I'm gonna let you know I see you.
Exactly.
And let you worry if I'm gonna go tell her. So it's best that you tell her, because I'm a praying woman over here. So I may not tell her verbally, but I'm gonna get that message to her. She don't find out some type of way, and she may already know, but like I don't want to deliver that message to anybody, because I know how heartbreaking it is. But if I do see him, oh yeah, I'm gonna let you know you and let you wonder if I'm gonna tell her or not. But I'm gonna call you out of my own way.
But you said it's some spouses that do know that their spouses are habitual cheaters, for lack of a word, and they are okay with it. They roll with it. It's just how their marriage is set up. And I don't think that God, with God honoring marriage, that's just not how it's supposed to be. But that ain't my business. Who am I to tell you what to do? But I'm just saying, if you're looking at it from a godly standpoint, you two people together forever, for worse, sick or poor, to death do you part. But loving in a happy relationship, putting him first, then allowing one of the other to cheat on you is not healthy, for one. And it's not the way to go. So just to bring that back around to what I was saying about, like, so if you cheat on somebody, do you love them? Like, men claim to love that they're wronged, and the people on the outside usually doubt the sincerity of that, right? Because on some level, like, how can you maintain trust, honesty, and commitment and saying you love this person and you cheated on them? How? It don't make sense to me. Don't
see, I don't know how they justify it.
Yeah.
I think they tried to say, well, she wasn't giving me this, so I got it from over here, or he wasn't doing this, and they were. But the thing is, that whole 80-20 rule they talking about?
Yeah.
Okay, you getting 80% at home. She get up, she cook you breakfast, she fix your lunch, she wash your clothes, she take care of the kids, she clean the house, she have sex with you, but maybe she don't want to go out and hang out with you. Okay, she tired.
Right.
But you got this one person who's gonna go out and hang out and do all that stuff, but they're not gonna do the other stuff she doing. Exactly. So that's why I say it's greed. You just greedy.
Exactly. So it was statistic that said in long-term relationships, 20% of married men and 13% of married women admit that they engage in sexual activity with someone outside of marriage. And that percentage rise as they get older. Women are more likely to cheat in their 60s, while men are more likely to cheat in their 70s. Yikes. What?
Granddad
do something at 70. What he doing? What he cheating with? They need to redo that statistic.
That doggone blue pill getting folks in trouble.
So do you love somebody if you cheat on them? I don't think it's a real answer for that. I used to say no, but I'm gonna say my grown self say the situation is complicated. You dealing with your own personal issues.
Mm-hmm.
And cheat, try to blame everybody else for why they cheat, but honestly, it's something within you that's making you do that. It's something within you that'll make you hurt the person that you claim to love. So if you love them, it may be more complicated. See, that's what they don't realize. Once you're married and been in a relationship for a long time, to me, it's more complicated to be single. So I feel like you gotta just figure out how to make that work and figure out what the reason is, because it could be a lot of emotional things that they're dealing with, not just one single thing that could make them, cheat, which makes it harder to figure out what the real reason is. That makes sense?
I agree, because I think relationships in itself are very complicated. And there's so many layers to it. And I think, back when it goes back to what we were talking about with generational curses. Some people are carrying these things on that they don't even realize they're carrying on. Maybe they never seen a healthy relationship. They don't know what it looks like, when there's conflict in the house, how to solve it. So they're going to go somewhere else, and that's to them how they feel like they solve it, because that's what they saw their parents do. Not realizing in marriage and relationships, you're not going to always agree. But you talk it out, you communicate, you find a common ground, and you compromise.
Right.
Don't go cheat. Before you cheat on me, just leave me. Like, I'd rather you just leave.
Keep on walking, I ain't talking to you anymore. Just walk on. No, I'd be like,
I mean, seriously.
So you think so you have a sex drive. Maybe a sex drive is different from the person that you're with, and y'all communicate about it, talk about it. Shut up, friend. And it's help. How do you do in that situation?
When it comes to that part, you got to compromise both people. Like, if it's somebody who is like sex drive is very high, where they want it like every day, and then the other person is like maybe once or twice a week. Okay, maybe y'all compromise is like, look, we're not gonna go more than 3 days without having sex or being intimate in some way, because intimacy isn't just sex. It could be cuddling, it could be a conversation. It could be, take a shower together. You can do different things and still be intimate and fulfill that need without being sexual per se. But I think you have to really sit down and have that conversation with your partner and let them know. And your partner has to be open to listening to what you're saying and be willing to compromise in it. Because, some people don't want to do that every day. But some people do. And so you try to find that middle ground where you both are equally satisfied and fulfilled. That way you won't be tempted to go out there and cheat. Because I saw something the other day that said, for every temptation, the Lord gives us a moment of grace to get out of it. But we choose not to. So when you're tempted by whatever that is to go out there and cheat, you have your out.
Yes, you do.
You don't want it.
You don't want it. And guess what happened when he give you that out and you ignore it? It's a catastrophe that happens after. It's a storm. I'm talking about, it hits big. I see it every time. Even in situations that I've had, not cheating, but just if something I know I'm not supposed to be doing, and I see that the Lord, whether it's somebody that caught me doing it or whatever, I see it's a way that I'm supposed to be getting out of whatever I wasn't supposed to be doing. And then if I don't, it's like, oh my God.
Mm.
You know what I mean? So it's like, would you rather make his, mercy, grace, and go ahead and just stop doing what you know is wrong? People know when they're doing wrong. Or you just want to just live in it. Sin just feels so good, don't it? Everybody just want to live in it until it's not.
They be committed to the wrong thing.
Yeah, exactly. So, girl, so what about neglect?
What about what?
Neglect. I'm just going.
Friend.
So, we don't have intimacy. We say we can talk about it. There ain't no reason to do it. Try to figure it out. What about if you feel neglected? Both partners need to give each other attention.
If you feel neglected.
Huh? Say it again.
Say it again.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying, so what if you feel neglected? Because both partners need to give each other attention. And if you ain't it, then you're going to seek out to another person.
I think it always comes back to the communication part. If you feel neglected, let your partner know. Like I tell my husband, baby, we need to go on a date. And be like, okay, I want to go on a date this weekend. But if you sit over here not telling them, they don't know.
Right.
Open your mouth. You have not because you asked.
Right.
Raise your hand. Be like, it's been a while since we've done such. I want to do it. Get creative. Maybe they tired of doing the same type of things.
You gotta put in work. It's not happening, so I just did what I had to do. That's why I be serious about my date day. Like people be like, don't call Marilyn on Tuesday because that's date day. Like you gotta really put in effort for that. You can't just it'll fall on the wayside. But what about
you have to make a choice.
Yeah.
Like they said, marriage does not start the day you get married. Your marriage starts every single day you wake up. You have to make a choice and a decision to be committed to this union.
Exactly.
And if you don't make that choice, then
I hate the cheaters that cheat because they got cheated on. I think that's like the worst hurt, to cheat as a weapon, out of anger, because not only are you both wrong, what's the saying, two wrongs don't make a right, but you lowered your standards. Now you just like them. So how is that?
Yeah. And that's the thing also, don't punish me for what Amy did. I'm not her. You can't treat me the way they treated you. So yes, she cheated on you. Yes, she did you wrong. But don't treat me the same way. And if I do something that triggers that, tell me and let me know that's a trigger for you. Don't just automatically assume that I'm gonna do the same thing they did. Because you know me, I'm overstanding, not understanding. I'm overstanding. And I lead always with kindness, and I'm not trying to hurt anybody with anything I say or do. So if there's a misunderstanding, you're misinterpreting what I'm saying or what I'm doing, let's talk about it. Don't automatically assume that I'm trying to be, vindictive or anything malicious or anything like that. Don't always think negative because of what you went through before. So you have to learn how to not carry that burden into each relationship. You have, and that's why it's important to heal before you get into a new relationship. Take that moment, take that time to reflect, because that person may have made some mistakes, but you did too. Exactly. So you gotta own yours, and you gotta heal from what happened to you as well as from what you did. Right. So that when you go into the next relationship, you won't keep continuing that cycle.
Right.
So don't do that.
It's like that's the thing. No, you good. That's the thing now. Like you cannot punish people. It's not your job to punish people for what they did. It's your job to forgive people and to move on and to live your life. And you just walk in the right path that you're supposed to be walking in. But you're not the punisher. Like that's what I don't understand. Why people they feel like that's their title now. Like you wrong me or you wrong somebody. You got to be punished. How? Who told you? Who said that's your job? it's just it kills me. So I don't know what you guys think out there. Like, what do you guys come in, ask us some questions, tell us your thoughts. I don't know. Is this the one where we can add them on, friend? If they wanted to be added, is this not that one?
We can send them the link if they want to be added in. So if they comment that they want to be added, then we can. I'm not sure if the link posted in Facebook or not, because let me see. But if they want to be added, we can send them the link and they can come in and join us.
Comments and questions
or comment or whatever they want to do.
So we can interact with you guys, because you know you need to interact with us now, because you know we don't go live a lot now. So we came out here live with y'all. We want to talk to y'all. So come on now, let us know that this what we do.
Okay, I'm having technical difficulties. I can't hear nothing, so y'all forgive me. I'm trying to adjust this volume, but it ain't working.
But yeah, it's just like we all out there together, and it's like it's already hard being, you know, just trying to make sure you gotta make sure you okay, you gotta make sure your spouse okay, you know, just being in a marriage, you looking out for you and the person that you're with. So it's so many factors that fall into that. And so, you know, you have commitment issues, you do have trust issues, you have anger, resentment, low self-esteem, all kind of stuff that can fall into that. So on top of all that, guess what they call it, the 5-year, 7-year mark, where you can fall out of love. They say when you've been married for 7 years,
stuff that really be hitting around year 5.
Yes, 5, 7. You know, and then it be some of the stupidest stuff, like you do the toothpaste and not the middle. It be the smallest stuff that'll start irritating you, and then you start looking over at the grass, and it ain't green over there, but it sure look it. I don't love them no more. Your love hey like that. And that's what we don't realize. Like, if you love this person, you love this person unconditional. That's what I think we need to start really focusing on, unconditional love. You know, I love you for what you do for me. I love you because I love you. So what you do for me is gone, I still love you. So
right,
I'm hard on that unconditional love. So
I agree, because that's the way a lot of relationships are set up nowadays. I love you till, or I love you when. It should not be conditional like that. That's what we talked about, those the agape love and all that back in one of these episodes. Happy Wife, Happy Life, or Love at First Sight. One of them loved ones. Go back and look them up. But we talked about this before. You can't put those parameters on your love for somebody. Either you love them or you don't. That's like, and that's another generational curse that a lot of people don't realize they pass down to their kids. Is like, if you do this, then I'ma love you. Or if you do this, then it should not be that way. Love should be given freely, but it should not be disrespected. It should not be taken advantage of. I mean, back to what we said before about the golden rule: treat people the way you want to be treated.
yeah.
At the end of the day, that's the way I always look at things. Like on Judgment Day, I stand alone. I can't be like what Marilyn said.
I know that's
no. I gotta stand up for the decisions I made.
No. Stand up. Stand up for you, right? Okay, friend, you know, we'll talk all day, but before we end, I do want to talk about this. And I know you probably got some more stuff you want to say, but let me know. What if you decide you want to tell the truth? You done cheated, and now you done just got a whole...
Tell the truth about what?
You want to tell you why you cheated. Because you ain't no longer interested in cheating. I don't think you need to do it. I'm going to tell you why. Because I feel like you just transferring your guilt into them. They finna be hurt and guilt. If you finna stop cheating, ask the Lord to forgive you, forgive yourself, and move on. Because what's telling them if you really finna stop? Now, if you ain't finna stop, you need to tell them so they can watch your butt. But but if you really, it's just finna...
That's funny you said that, because I was looking it up and it was talking about, you know, when someone does reveal to you that they cheated, and what happens? Do you stay or do you go?
Right.
So it was saying basically when that person comes to you and be like, hey baby, I need to talk to you. I messed up. I'm sorry. Now, for me, as long as it didn't produce a baby, we make them talk. But if you didn't produce a baby, ain't no coming back from that. Period.
Right.
I'm not sorry.
Okay.
I cannot look at your child's face every day as a reminder that you cheated on me. That's my deal breaker.
Right.
But
right.
It said that when you have a conversation, it needs to be an open-minded conversation. You need to find out why the cheating happened. Don't ask for a whole bunch of details because you know you don't want to know. Because
right.
when he do something new, you're going to be like, he learned that from her. Or when
but
he do something new, you're going to be like, he learned that from him. But don't ask all the questions.
You know you're going to be asking questions. Ain't no doggone way that you win. They'll just say, hey, did we see her comment?
But that's what Google said. So this ain't me. This is Google.
They'll just say she'll
die. It said also, are they remorseful? Are they really sorry for cheating? Can you forgive them? And then kind of what I was saying before, forgive them knowing that they might do it again, but trusting that they won't. Mm-hmm. And then also knowing your worth and not compromising on that. So you have to decide, okay, they apologize, they're sorry. Can I really truly forgive them and move on? Or can I forgive them, but it's still going to sit in the back of my mind? So, I mean, you really got to have that conversation. That's why they say an open-minded conversation.
First of all,
you can really try to understand why it happened.
You got to understand it's not your fault before anything, because that's what's going to happen. Usually people that cheat try to blame you for cheating. So before you can go anywhere,
they will.
You're going to have to say, no matter what the reason they give you, no matter what the explanation that they cheated, that is not to bear. That is theirs. Because before they cheated, they should have had that conversation with you to figure out what they felt was missing, and let y'all try to work on that or whatever. So that's the one. But I'm trying to figure out what Nedra
come in.
Yeah, she said she gonna die with hers. What you mean?
She said she gonna die. She ain't telling nothing.
She ain't telling nothing. Okay, that's what I'm talking about, sister. With mine too, though.
Take that secret to the grave. That's like these people who children be 50 years old and be like, they really win your daddy. What you telling them now? They done live 50 years thinking that Buster was their daddy.
Exactly, and just let them have it. That don't even make no sense. So,
yeah. So, and I think what it be, a lot of times they be trying to clear their conscience.
Exactly.
Not realizing them clearing their conscience is breaking you.
Exactly.
I don't need to know everything, and I'm okay with being oblivious. I'm okay with that. Because I really feel like if it's something I need to know, like I said, the Lord would let it be revealed to me when I'm equipped with everything I need to handle it.
And you
but don't be trying to out here spill all this stuff because you want to feel better about yourself. You go take that to the prayer closet.
Exactly.
Take that to the war room. Some stuff ain't for me to know.
Exactly.
And I'm all right with that.
You sincerely...
That's right. That's right, Dion.
If you sincerely know that you know again, like you said, just take that to the prayer closet, ask God for forgiveness, and just move on. Now, if you got caught, that's a totally different situation. But don't be trying to tell somebody something to clear your own conscience. Don't tell me nothing. I ain't saying nothing. That's right, Dion.
Okay.
Repent. That's right.
But you know what? We was watching something the other day, and you know, I always say all the time, you have to define your own relationship, your own marriage. So we do have some couples out here who do have open marriages, and they're into swinging and things like that. They have hall passes and stuff like that. So that's why I say sometimes you don't need to say anything because you don't know what your friends got going on. And maybe they was too embarrassed to tell you that me and my boo, we creative, we swing. And so it's best to not really insert yourself in stuff that ain't your business.
Yeah.
Now, like I said, I'm gonna let you know I see and what you do with that is on you.
Right.
But I guess I would ask, what would be your feelings if some of your significant other asks you for a hall pass?
That he can take it and don't come back. School is out of session. Ain't no hall pass. Take that hall pass and get your A word out. You don't ever come back and you stay over there where that hall. I know my body in. Ain't no hall pass, bitch. What you mean? I'm sorry, friend.
Got a hall put out my face.
They got me. Woo.
No, I'm right there with you, friend.
Got hot. Woo. What you mean? If you want the
But
house,
I mean,
here.
to each his own. But I think those are things and discussions you need to have before you get married. Like, what are you open to? And I know as that's right, Robin. But it's like you need to know what it is that you all are into. And I know in relationships you grow as you spend time together and things may change. And I think there's another podcast that they were talking about the red, yellow, and green lights. So red is like definitely no, I'm not allowing this. Yellow is like okay, we can talk about this, and green is like okay, yes, I'm gonna go. This is okay. So I think as your relationship progresses and you all mature and grow in that, if there's something that you were not into before and now you are, talk about it.
Right.
And don't go out there and seek somebody else who you know does because your spouse may be open to it. So it's always going to come back to communication.
Exactly. At the end of the day, it all could have been avoided if you communicated. So, but we still our own feelings.
Yeah.
And we just feel like we just want to do what we want to do. And we want the cake and the ice cream and the cookies.
Yeah.
And everything. And that's just not how it's supposed to be. Life's just not built like that, y'all. Anything that's worth fighting for is worth anything worth being what's the saying? It's worth fighting for. You know,
anything worth having is worth working for, waiting for, and fighting for.
Right.
Something like that.
Robin said she want to chime in on the part where I said the messenger gets shot.
Okay. You better stay out these folks' business.
Girl, when I tell you, don't shoot the messenger. Hands up. And it's just like sometimes it's a hard situation where it depends on who is involved because Sarah say no.
Sarah got me weak.
The play with me. And that's my cousin, baby. She'll play. She finna beat your ass.
Real talk.
She finna beat you up. But it's just kind of like the situation. It just depends on who in the situation. Like if it's like one person and then I don't know the other person, and that's one thing. But if say it's two people, and I know both of them, I just feel like that's a disaster waiting to happen. And I feel like if I'm in the middle, I'm gonna be wrong. I'm gonna be jacked up either way. I'm gonna be jacked up if I say something. I'm gonna be jacked up if I don't say nothing because
it's awkward.
It's hard. Right. So I feel the messenger gets shot sometimes because your friend may feel like, why would you want to see me hurt? And I can get that. I can get that too. But
exactly, Robin.
But it's not wanting to see you. It's like I'm trying to help you not get hurt. Can you imagine? Okay, this is what they don't realize. What we have to deal with as messengers. Can you imagine knowing something for years and it come out and they come and vent to you about it and you knew the whole time? Can you imagine? So do you say something then?
That's a catch-22 though.
It's the whole situation effed up. The whole situation really is messed up.
It is because you already know I don't want to know.
I know you don't want to know.
So if it comes out down the road and you tell me you knew, I'm not going to be mad at you because you already know I don't want to know.
You can say that right now, but listen to me when I tell you. A little part of you is going to feel some type of way.
I know.
It's a human reaction. You may not want to, but if you knew I knew something and I ain't saying that, I don't care what you say. You're going to be like, dang, I can't believe my friend ain't even a hint or nothing. You're going to be like, she ain't say nothing.
But think about it, though. When you bring me that information, that's going to break me.
Yeah.
And I may not be prepared to handle that brokenness right then.
Yeah. But I'm saying from the jump, I ain't saying that after because then it's going to be my fault. Then they're going to be mad at me again. That's why I say the messenger lose either way. If you tell before, if you tell after, it's like you the bad guy. Not the person. You. They all back together lovey-dovey. And then you getting the silent treatment. What I do?
Yeah.
What I do?
Just keep it to yourself. And I mean, if it come out later on that you knew, then you just deal with it then. But I don't want to know. Like that song Mario Winans. I don't want to know. I don't.
But you know what?
I mean, you just gotta stay out of it because a lot.
I've learned the hard way to stay out of people's business. I mean, if you could be having sexual intercourse in my face, I ain't saying a mumbling word. That's right. Be a hush and be supportive. When you just need me to cry on my shoulder,
be supportive.
I'm gonna be here for that. But now I ain't saying nothing.
Yeah.
Now I got people. I have friends that want to know. Like I know they will want to know. Now they say this now. Now that's not fault. Now I had another situation. Somebody I asked them, "Do you want to know?" I asked them, you guys. Do you want to know? They said yes. Yes. Guess what? I told them. Guess what? They really didn't want to know.
Yeah.
Messenger killed.
But hey, you did what they asked you to do, friend.
What they asked. That is the one thing I said, let me start trying to do first. Let me ask them, do they want to know? But they didn't really want to know. I want to know too, Sarah. Tell me. I don't want to be out here in these streets. If you see Lorenzo 354, you know the rest. Call me, babe, because I don't play that. And he don't play it either. I want to know. I want to know. Now, sister, I'm telling you, I don't care. Rabbit telling me
But I'll say this.
I'm telling you, I don't care what you say. You my sister. Ain't no way in hell I'm finna know something about my brother-in-law. I ain't come tell you. I don't care what you say.
You gonna have to hold it. If Robin don't want to know,
my
you gotta hold it.
She's gonna have to be mad over it. That's my sister, so she'll
I know.
No, please. No.
But I'll say this to put it back on the people in a relationship.
Yeah.
I think a lot of times you'll be surprised what your partner is open to. So whatever it is you're trying to find outside of your relationship, just talk to your mate about it. Because you may not even have any understanding or knowledge of what they will be open to trying.
Right.
Just talk to them about it.
Right.
If you feel that something's not right in your relationship, you think you're going to fix it by going outside of the relationship?
Exactly.
You're just going to make your relationship worse.
Exactly.
And it's not worth it. Is this temporary, this instinctive decision worth you losing your family?
Right. Baby, I done got hot. I had on a cute hat.
It's very complicated.
And
it's very complicated.
Because this is like a really complicated situation. And it's just like, I guess at the end of the day, Nedra said it's a complicated situation. My real friend tell me anybody can't bring me anything. And I definitely mean that. Like she's right.
Some people got ulterior motives.
Yeah, but if you her real friend and she know that, then she gonna know that you ain't bringing her no mess. You know what I mean? So, but again, at the end of the day, if somebody, this is what I lead with and what I am. If somebody brings something like that and you don't know what to go with it, what you do, just pray about it. Because like you said, either way, if nobody don't tell you, God gonna reveal it to you, because you his child and he is not gonna let nobody do nothing to you, harm you, put you in danger like that anyway. So that's the way to go from the beginning to the end, is you pray about it and you listen to God on which way to do it. It don't matter what we saying. Yeah, we out here saying a lot of stuff, but you need to let the Lord lead you and guide you in every situation. Whether he tell you to stay or he tell you to go. That's what I feel.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I agree. And I was just, like I said, before you cheat, just leave me. You ain't got to even give me an explanation. Just be like, you know what, bye. You ain't got to even say this ain't working.
Right.
Don't cheat on me. Because I'm an amazing woman.
Exactly.
So if you cheat on me, you just
are. Yes, you are. Better not cheat on me. It was so funny. My friends.
But,
My friends was like, they was looking, they couldn't find it, and they was like, "Oh, we just used your phone." We was like, "Well, we know you ain't doing that because your phone is stay unlocked." That's like a key sign of a person that's cheating is they keep that phone on them, even in the tub, in the bathroom. It stay locked. They go crazy if they don't see it. You telling yourself, the phones is a cheater teller. So.
Oh yeah, that phone reveals all. Like I mean, for my phone sometimes it don't be around me, maybe in another room. I used to have a passcode on it because of the kids, but I took that off. And I mean, my husband can go through my phone if he wants to. I have nothing to hide. Plus, I tell him everything anyway, so he probably already knows. But I think I want to have what they say a hot marriage and a hot relationship where there is a humble, open, transparent relationship. Because I feel as though when you marry somebody, that's your safe space. Exactly. So you should be able to talk to them about any and everything.
Right.
And if you can't, then that's a whole nother topic. Yeah. So I think at the end of the day, before you commit yourself to whatever situation y'all got going on, if you can't fully be 100% in, then leave it alone. Because you out here playing with folks' feelings.
Right.
And that's not something you need to be playing with. Because, again, people got these generational curses they holding on to.
Yeah.
And it can go left pretty quickly.
Right.
So just tread lightly and treat people the way you want to be treated. If you don't want to be cheated on, don't cheat on nobody. And if somebody cheat on you, don't take that into your next relationship because everybody don't cheat. And cheaters don't. Once a cheater, it's not always a cheater. But I think when you have this mind of negativity, I think negativity can bring that into your relationship. So I mean, it's a lot of factors, and it is a lot to try to unpack and discuss. But at the end of the day, I think it will forever and always go back to open communication.
That's about
transparent communication. I shouldn't have to ask specific questions.
Right.
You should be open, honest, and transparent enough for me to just reveal and tell me these things that are going to be helpful to our relationship or our marriage.
Yeah. Sounds good. Just be open and honest.
What y'all think? Yep.
Yeah. Being open and honest.
So what y'all thought about our generational curses? Because we're going to revisit that again because there's so much more we want to talk about. Especially I want to touch on mother-daughter relationships. So let us know because that probably will come next year maybe. So let us know what other parts, generational curses y'all want us to discuss or any show ideas y'all have for episodes or, relationship things. Or if, I don't know, y'all want to do like a, what them things called? Like a focus group where we can kind of meet in a more public place, social distance, and have some of these discussions face to face. What y'all think?
She's talking about mother-daughter. Now, we didn't talk about it, but she saw how we were boo-hooing when we started talking about our mamas.
I know, but girl, I felt good after that cry.
I did too. I did too.
We be needing them cries. That's us releasing those curses.
Yes, you do, sister. You need to go watch it because I said some good things about you and Crystal. Robin and Crystal, I said some good things about y'all.
Yes, she really did.
So, yes, that you have not watched
y'all are truly blessed to have a big sister like that.
Yep, so.
It was good.
Good one. Yeah. It was really good. So, we're going to do, we'll dive into that next year. And maybe we can have, like you say, a whole bunch. It's so many people that want to be a part of it, and they can just talk about each individual, like if they have their own generational curse. That'd be real good.
Yeah, and we don't have to film it if people don't want to speak openly like that. We can just do a meetup with us, no cameras, and just really talk about it. Because like we said, we are not counselors by profession or by degrees, but we have been through some stuff. So we can, whatever the topic is, we got something to say.
Right.
Yes, Sarah, you invited. Dion, y'all invited. Everybody invited.
Yes. So.
Y'all know we like to eat.
Love to eat. Say it right. We love to eat. We trying to go to that. What's it called?
Yes, we love to eat.
Bando, Atlanta. Oh, they got the crack chicken. The chicken with the
crack.
Oh
yeah, Bando.
Yeah, we trying to go there soon.
Yeah, with that. Oh yeah, them wings.
Yeah. That's so sad. We don't mind. We get on the road to go get some food, y'all. For not even just a podcast.
Road trip.
It's turned into a podcast, but we really going for the food. So, right. But yeah, we'll keep you guys updated. You know, we really appreciate your support, you guys. We love the fact that you subscribe to our channel, that you like it, that you comment, that you share it. We love that. We want you to continue to do that. We want you to let us know what you want us to talk about, because it's our lady space where we can talk about it. So we want to talk about stuff that you guys want to talk about also.
Oh, we can talk about it.
We can talk about it. We can talk about it.
Hey. Well, like Marilyn said, we do appreciate y'all. We thank y'all for watching, subscribing, sharing, commenting, all that stuff, because you know y'all don't have to.
Right.
And you know, if this is taking away time from other stuff y'all could be doing, and like we said, some of our episodes, just cut them on and let them play, because I promise you're gonna get some from it.
Yeah.
I promise you will. And tell us what nuggets or gems you get from it, because we be speaking from our souls. Like this, we don't rehearse. No. I mean, we say a prayer, but you know, we just be trying to give y'all that stuff that it's like a big sister, or auntie, or cousin type thing. You know, those type conversations. Just that feel of being connected and being in community with people. Right. You know, men, women, whoever watch it. Right. To let you know you're not out here by yourself. There's other people who may feel the same way you do. And then if there's an opposing view, we talk about it. Because me and Marilyn don't always agree. Right. But she right.
Was that my tweet speaking to me, Robin? You say, hey, Aunt Marilyn. Hey, my tweet. Hey, my she.
See, even the kids watching.
Kids watching. Look at them. But yeah, so we love you guys. And we'll try to do more lives. More often. Yeah. Okay. So
y'all let us know.
I'm Marilyn.
I'm Tawana.
And this is our lady space.
We're gonna work on this connection.
Bye. Love y'all. Bye.